1. Megalodon, the ultimate ocean predator. Long before dinosaurs vanished from the land, the oceans were ruled by a predator so powerful that even the largest sea creatures lived in fear. Megalodon. This prehistoric shark was not just larger than today's great white shark. It existed on an entirely different scale. Megalodon could grow up to 18 meters long, weighing over 50 tons, making it one of the largest predators to ever exist on Earth. Its jaws alone were massive enough to swallow a human whole. Each tooth was over 18 centimeters long, designed not just to bite, but to crush. Scientists estimate Megalodon's bite force at more than 40,000 pounds per square inch, stronger than any animal known in history. But Megalodon's real advantage wasn't just power, it was dominance. It hunted whales, giant marine mammals, and massive sea turtles. Fossil evidence shows whale bones shattered cleanly in half by its bite. One attack was enough to end the fight instantly. Unlike dinosaurs, which were limited to land, Megalodon controlled nearly every ocean on the planet. There was no safe distance, no deep water refuge, and no escape route. While dinosaurs fought for territory on land, Megalodon ruled a global empire beneath the waves. Two Argentavis, the sky giant. Dinosaurs couldn't reach. If dinosaurs ruled the land, Argentavis ruled the sky. This prehistoric bird was the largest flying bird ever discovered, with a wingspan stretching nearly 7 meters, wider than a small airplane. Standing taller than most humans, Argentavis was a living shadow of death. Unlike modern birds that rely on constant flapping, Argentavis mastered energy-efficient flight. It used thermal air currents to glide for hours without effort, scanning the land below for prey. Its beak was large, sharp, and powerful enough to tear flesh easily. Its talons could grab prey directly from the ground and lift it into the air. Small dinosaurs, mammals, and reptiles were all potential targets. No land predator could challenge it. No dinosaur could chase it into the sky. Argentavis proves that power doesn't always come from size on land. Sometimes it comes from owning an entire dimension dinosaurs couldn't touch. 3. Terror bird, speed, precision, and pure fear. Terror birds were not dinosaurs, but they hunted like something far worse. These massive flightless birds stood up to 3 meters tall with long, muscular legs built for explosive speed. They could sprint faster than most dinosaurs of similar size. Instead of teeth, terror birds wielded a massive beak shaped like a weapon. This beak was used to strike downward with incredible force, crushing skulls and bones in seconds. Unlike dinosaurs that relied on raw strength, terror birds hunted with strategy. They chased, cornered, and repeatedly struck their prey until it stopped moving. What made them truly dangerous was their intelligence. They understood timing, positioning, and terrain, skills that gave them a massive advantage. Dinosaurs were powerful, terror birds were efficient, and efficiency wins. 4. Dinosaurs, the ambush monster. Imagine a crocodile so large that even dinosaurs feared water. That was Dinosaurs. This prehistoric crocodilian reached lengths of 10 meters, with a body covered in thick armored scales. Its skull was massive, and its jaws were capable of crushing bone with ease. But Dinosaurs didn't chase prey. It waited. Hiding silently in rivers and swamps, it waited for dinosaurs to approach water, the moment when they were distracted and vulnerable. With a sudden explosive attack, Dinosaurs would grab prey and drag it underwater, where size and strength meant nothing. Fossil evidence shows bite marks on dinosaur bones matching Dinosaurs' jaws. While dinosaurs ruled dry land, Dinosaurs turned water into a death trap. 5. Titanoboa, the serpent that ruled the swamp snakes today, are dangerous. Titanoboa makes them look harmless. This prehistoric snake grew over 13 meters long and weighed more than 1,000 kilograms. Its body was thicker than a grown man's torso, built entirely from muscle. Titanoboa didn't rely on venom. It relied on crushing power. Once it wrapped around prey, the pressure was enough to break bones and stop breathing within seconds. Escape was impossible. It lived in dense tropical swamps, environments filled with cover, limited visibility, and tight spaces. Perfect hunting grounds. Even dinosaurs entering these areas were at risk. Titanoboa didn't chase its prey. It waited and ended the fight before it began. 6. Arthropleura, the untouchable giant. At first glance, Arthropleura doesn't look like a predator. It doesn't have sharp teeth. It doesn't chase prey. It doesn't roar or attack. But danger doesn't always come from teeth. Arthropleura was a giant prehistoric millipede growing over 2.5 meters long, longer than most humans are tall. Its body was made of dozens of armored segments, each one layered with a hard exoskeleton that acted like natural body armor. This wasn't just protection, it was immunity. Predators that relied on biting or clawing simply couldn't break through its shell. Even large prehistoric hunters would hesitate, because attacking Arthropleura meant risking serious injury. Its long, segmented body gave it flexibility, allowing it to move through dense forests, fallen trees, and swampy ground with ease. While other animals struggled in tight spaces, Arthropleura moved like a living machine. And if size and armor weren't enough, it had another defense. When threatened, Arthropleura could release toxic chemical secretions, creating a poisonous barrier around its body. Any predator that got too close would immediately regret it. 7. Dunkleosteus, the armored executioner before sharks ruled the oceans, before whales dominated the seas. There was Dunkleosteus. This prehistoric fish looked less like an animal and more like a living weapon. Its head and upper body were covered in thick armored plates, forming a natural shield against attacks. But its most terrifying feature wasn't its armor, it was its mouth. Instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus had razor-sharp bone plates that acted like self-sharpening blades. When its jaws snapped shut, those plates sliced together with incredible force. Scientists believe Dunkleosteus had one of the fastest jaw-closing speeds ever recorded, allowing it to strike before prey even realized danger was near. One snap was enough. No struggle, no escape. When people think of prehistoric life, they think of dinosaurs. Massive bodies, sharp teeth, thunderous footsteps. But dinosaurs were never alone. Above them flew predators that owned the skies. Below them swam monsters that ruled the oceans. Beside them lurked ambush hunters, armored giants, and silent killers immune to attack. Some hunted with speed, some with intelligence, some didn't hunt at all. They simply survived anything that tried to challenge them.